obvious in red block. Okay, so you can just auto-create the classes with the quick fix there for speed's sake. Like a duck. That'll do. Say okay with that. Finish. And then just auto-create that number of creations method. Okay, that'll do. And go back to your test and see if it compiles now. That's not the right one. That's the screen that you have. Go back to the jug.java. You see jug 3 for your test, and then say run from there. Okay, so it's compiling now. Runs the test, and then I guess you guys don't have to read it, but you can see what the error is in the failure trace. Just double click on that fix so you can see why the assert failed. Nah, the one below failure. Yeah, that one. Up one to unit framework. Below. No, we're not seeing that window. Anyway, I'll tell you what it says. It says that it expected 3. So I think the first assert will pass. The second assert will fail. So you guys can see that you need a way to track how many ducks have been made.
You need the first number of creations to return 3.
Yeah, but then the first assert will fail. They're very sticky. No, they're very. That's why I put that first assert in there, because that's the first way they did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, good. Can you do that? Make it return 3. Get test number of creations in duck. Go into duck there, Vic. And then return 3 instead of null.
Yeah, and make it to return in.
Yeah, I think it failed because it was null and expected 0 already.
The first one.
That's
And
okay.
change the object where it says object to it.
Change to what?
Int.
Oh,
And then rerun your test.
drop.
Oh, good, big screen. Don't ever click the wrong button, kids.
Such horror.
Where's the test?
So we still got red, how come we
Why
can't?
are the two?
Make sure you're running the right. If you
Also,
pull down,
Hold on, what?
no, if you go to the run and you pull down the menu, you can see which running configuration you're running.
if you just use the test runner plain,
Okay, where, this is test
yeah, use
number?
that one from now on. Can you, it'd be good to see why it's failing. Can you double click on the blue thing right now? I think it's telling us that the first assert failed,
So,
but it should show why. And we haven't even picked it up. Did I just click on something? Oh, okay, for now we're just gonna run this. Expected 0.
well,
Can you drag the tab down? Maybe slide that under the.
Yes, that's a great idea. Java experts.
Close your packages.
We'll do that in a second. Okay.
expected 0 but was 3. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so
Make it 0.
make it 0. Vic, go and make test get number of creations, return
Think
0,
like a
return
kid.
3.
Which run was
Was
it?
it 0 before this one here?
It's actually down here.
It was no.
Okay, okay, this one.
Yeah, now we got the first test to pass. We've gotten both tests to pass.
Just not at the same time.
Eric's been through this before.
Oh, if that one doesn't work, comment that out. I've heard engineers say that, not kids. Kids never do that. Alright, so we need to deal with something to make this test pass. So anyone got any ideas?
Create a static variable.
Static
Okay,
variable
yeah.
and
Can you create a static variable, please, with the Java gurus I'm telling you, Vic? In Duck. Make a static variable.
I need that extra point from the GPA.
What do you guys want to call it?
Ducks.
Number of creations.
duck count.
Duck count, that sounds good.
Should be capital.
Alright, run that, Vic. Does it work now?
No,
Okay, what else do we need?
to increment it
Increment it where?
Yeah, the
inside
constructor.
Okay, so I think you need a constructor, Rick.
the constructor.
Let's use AOP.
Vic, make a default constructor.
Okay.
Right under there is fine. Make a duck. For some reason, the ducks are just funny and bananas to kids. Ducks, bananas, and zombies.
Chickens.
No, I don't know if chickens have the same comedic value, but I'll try it out.
You need a
put
mustache.
mustaches. Who said that? You see? We have one.
I convert.
You're gonna sound like an idiot at work tomorrow. Alright, now increment the duck count there. Sure?
You wanna, that,
Yeah. No bueno. Show us the class again. Anyone know what's wrong?
You have to return it up
The
now.
return.
You gotta return duck count.
Duck count.
Initialize sounded right.
try that.
Any default initialize. Yeah, try that. Okay, green. You see how excited you guys are to see green? When it's children, it's like multiplied by 10. So that's an example of like if they knew what static variables were, and I wanted to see if they understood them, then I would give them that. And then they can work by themselves, doesn't take a whole lot of supervision until they get the green bar, and then you hear woo! So anyway, that's a very, very basic example of how we use unit tests, kind of like as exercises or puzzles. All right, is that
Isn't
enough for that?
thread
Any
safe?
questions?
Is it thread safe?
Do you want to do more? Do you want to do any more of these? So the next one is if we were to continue with this exercise, which we won't because I think you guys have had enough of us programming, they would have to use a non-static variable and know the difference. Any questions? Okay, so there are like 4 main methods that I use for teaching. The recipes that you saw, the unit test that you saw, tortoise showed you that. Puzzles are like katas. So katas in Japanese, I don't actually know the right definition, but you know what coding kata is? It's like practicing, it's like professionals. There's like codingkata.com, and then there's like a bunch of different websites where you go and you practice just to get your skills up. So I use this method for kids just so that they just repeat and practice whatever it is they're learning. So I'm going to show you an example of, see these while loop puzzles, that might be something that they would do. Or this is one that they really like. This is for practicing for loops.
Actually, I see this one. Very embarrassing.
So it's very amusing to children, but I show them this and then tell them that they have to use they have to print out the lyrics to the song without only using the word badger and mushroom and snake one time. So then they gotta go badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Okay, so that's an example of a, you guys are gonna be singing that all day tomorrow.
Where do you get your ideas?
I just stumble, it's just in the back of my head and I stumble across things. And this is only 6 months and there's so much already. It's super, super fun. But I just try it with one class, and then if it sticks, then bring it into heavy rotation. And there's just so many of these little practices for for loops and while loops and for logic and stuff like that. Here's some examples of the while loop, like a while loop puzzle, what it might look like. All right, then there are technologies that are better for kids, and I really love this one. I'm going to show you. It's Makey. Since we're in video mode. One of the kids made this. Oh, they all wanted a Makey for Christmas. Vic got it for me on Kickstarter this year, and one kid made that.
Hi, I'm Jay. And I'm Eric. We're graduate students at MIT Media Lab. We have a dream that everyone is an inventor. So we created Makey to let you invent just by alligator clip. Alligator clips stuff like bananas to your Makey. When you touch the banana, your computer just thinks you're touching the keyboard. The front has arrow keys, spacebar, and mouse left click. When you're ready for more, flip the Makey over, and you've got more keyboard keys and support for the mouse. You can even use the board like an Arduino when you are ready. No programming, no breadboard. You don't even have to install software. Just plug it in USB. Order your Makey today. Changing how the world works.
So that's the Makey. Does anyone want to check it out? You can touch it.
Really?
Yeah, it took ages for it to come, and it was really exciting. So we used that. I made a few recipes that they have to make Java code, and then they've got a few little applications like Simon Says applications, and then they put it into Makey, and that makes it so much cooler once you add the Makey into their Java program. So it's all about just finding ways to motivate them. And another of my favorites is processing. Do you guys know what processing is? We're gonna have Vic do a little demo for this one. Or does anyone else feel like coding?
Vic's doing great.
Yeah, is he? Can you bring up the document so that they can see what the recipe form is? Or do you just want to do processing?
Oh, which
I'll just tell you what to do. Here's a recipe.
Do I have it on here?
It's on the internet.
You're processing it?
Yes. So processing is it's a little tool for making things easier for artists to code and make animations and visual stuff. and it's kind of like a layer on top of Java, and a lot of the commands are easier, but you can use just plain Java instead. Yes,
How much is the makey?
it is. How much is the makey? I forgot.
15, 20 bucks.
It's not much. I think it's like 30.
What is it?
Okay, so just wanted to show you how processing works, because it's really easy and you can get results really, really fast, and that works very well for kids. So Vic, you need a setup method and a draw method. So can you do void setup? And then mustaches, a mouth and mustaches.
There's a mouth. Here's the beginning of the stomach.
No, setup. Yeah, that's it.
Stomach.
Cool. And then void draw. So setup happens once, and draw is kind of like paint component and swaying. It gets called over and over, but they don't have to do any of the grunt work for that. It just will do it really easily. All right. So will you make your canvas size like 400 by 400 in setup?
What's the statement?
Use size, and then give it 400, 400. So I'm reading from the document that the kids would have, and it's just a set of instructions as to what to do, and this one builds up into a Pong game.
No, not yet.
Yeah, you can run it, because you need to put the 400s in
Oh, yes,
inside.
inside.
Alright, that's that. Then make a background in the draw method, and
What's the statement?
background, and you give it 3 values: red, green, and blue, so whatever color you want. How much red is the first number, how much green?
Notice there's no command completion here.
There's not. So when we're doing like practicing, sometimes we use processing, because so they can't use the code completion. So what color are you using? A mixture?
1, 2, 3. I don't know what color that is, but it's a good color.
Probably brown. Oh, nice, blue, okay. Okay, the next thing, draw a ball on the screen, and to do that you put, in the draw method, make an ellipse, and then put your X and Y coordinates with the height as the letters.
Every capital?
No, all small letters.
What's the height?
So
X,
X, Y with height.
I do what the kids do.
Yeah, that's what they'll do.
Make it easiest. Oh, man.
Okay, so we've got a ball already. I think we'll just go to animating it. So the next one, number 3, make the ball move across the screen left to right. Make a variable for the ball's X position and change it in the draw method. So you need a member variable for the ball X outside of the draw method, and then in the draw method, increment the ball X.
Is that a word, is it?
No. And then, change the first, yeah, you got it.
I think I'm dumb.
I know how smart you are, Lou. Okay, so run that. There's a moving ball. Alright, how many lines of code is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 lines of code, and there's a thing moving, so that's really good for kids. So, do you want to keep going with that? Like to make the ball bounce?
This is very painful with no command completion.
So if you wanted to write Java in there, you could just write regular Java. But they've got like convenience methods for a lot of drawing functions.
Oh, you mean the ball speed?
Oh, yes,
I mean the
yes,
ball
speed,
speed,
that's
right.
true. So what he's doing is when it hits the edge, he's gonna make the
Ball speed has to change.
Oh, ball speed, gotta change, right, who said that, Eric?
yes.
Oh, what would that have done?
I think it would have just stopped the ball when you go over to the side.
You also have a typo, ball speed
There's a miss,
declaration.
there's a typo.
Two.
And you're not, you have to increment the ball by the speed. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so we've got a bouncing thing. Can you just show one other thing, Vic, that put mouse X and mouse Y in the ellipse as height and width? Or actually, yeah, can you put mouse X and mouse Y as the first two parameters of ellipse?
Mouse section.
Yeah, it's like mouse with a capital X.
With the limbs.
Yeah, it has these, that's why I kinda wanna show them the interactivity.
Mouse X,
Yeah, like small m for mouse,
what, small m?
yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Capital Y. Right, so now you're able to move the thing. And so it's just really easy to build up things quickly. Like if you were to do that in swing, well, you probably would have taken you about 15 minutes already. Okay, so that's processing. And that's the last demo. So I think Vic deserves a round of applause. And I'm almost finished too, because I know you guys have license too.
Stand. Mickey.
Okay, so that was processing and makey. And so you probably feel the agile influence in some things. So we do Pomodoros also, that's that we take breaks every 25 minutes, and this cow lets us know. So there's pretty much hardcore coding going on all the time. We set this 25 minutes, and then when the cow rings out, we go for a walk around the beautiful fountain in the center of the courtyard, and then come back, and that takes like about 1 minute. But moving and getting oxygen into brains is really good for encouraging learning. And I'm not going to talk too much to this, but we teach them like pretty much to make something, to try and get it to work first, refactor after. The general philosophy is that coding is better than legacy, and I think that, or than lecturing, and I kind of think that that is in line with working software over comprehensive documentation in the Agile Manifesto. And we frequently have a lot of user involvement, so I have a video here. Something that I do a lot with them is when they make little programs is get other kids to use it and then show them the video. So this is Logan made a Jeopardy game, and he's watching a video of other kids playing his game.
2000. Not bad. $20,000. Those are great. That was 30% out of your smiling face. Yeah, I haven't gotten one from her yet.
So the reason he's watching it
What was
is
that one about?
another group of kids, they had to play it, and so we made notes on what didn't work in his program, and then he spent that day fixing those things. So, and all the time, I get the kids to use each other's software all the time, because, I don't know, it's really nice for them, but also it kind of shows them how, when you're coding something, and you think it's what the user wants, it very frequently is not. So the reason that we're doing this is that there's a serious problem with STEM education in America. There aren't enough US graduates lined. I mean, there's just not going to be enough graduates. So we're trying to teach kids, or get them at least interested in technical things. That's Obama. He's like visiting a technical school.
They're older than the 5th grade.
Yeah, they are. I think if you get them young, then pretty much can hook them. And they're open-minded. And so we have 25% scholarships, and we're trying to get minorities, Latinos, and African Americans, and women. They're not really prevalent in the field. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math. And America looks set to fall behind in that area, so it's a big problem. Another thing is that for programming, any teachers or any programmers or anyone who knows how to code, it's so lucrative. If you just look at how many job offers there were thrown at you guys tonight, that there's just not really the motivation for teachers or for programmers to become teachers. So I don't know how kids are going to learn to code unless they do it by themselves. They really need the encouragement from us, because we're all coding, there's nobody teaching. So we need volunteer teachers. The commitment is usually an hour and a half a week for most teachers, but we'll take help in all forms. You don't have to be a particularly good programmer. What you usually do is join a class with me, help me out with whatever's going on, and then if you feel like you want to take your own class after that, you can do that. So if you're interested, my email address is on there. You're welcome to come visit anytime. This is our office in the Hacienda building on High Bluff Drive in Del Mar. And if anyone has any ideas, I'd be excited to hear those also. This is kind of a new venture for us. We just got a new classroom and it's going to double our capacity, so we definitely need teachers. And we're going to teach homework for much more students and have some good times. So thanks very much for listening, and talk to me or Vic after if you're interested in helping out. Thanks.